When I started my journey at Sava, I had no idea the places it would take me. The Faces project was one that had not only been special each year I've participated, but continues to hold a special place in my heart as I look along my walls and see my journey through my many faces. My first year participating, I hadn't yet reached the first anniversary of my sexual assault. I was lucky enough to be in a group who along my side took a figurative stand and sat together on the stairs which led to the next step in our journey to recovery. Not knowing where to go next, I reflected over the events of the last year and sat on the tracks between where I was and where I hoped to be, hoping that they would take me away from the pain that I hid each day, holding on to the burdens which still kept me awake at night and the nightmares that came with them, hoping for a cure for my sadness and confusion, feeling relieved with less vulnerability than I had expected, and instead felt something really freeing. Imagine walking through a hallway into a room where you are surrounded by black and white faces on the walls, each face telling their own story, showing their sorrow, their pain, some showing their newfound happiness as they had escaped somehow. Each embracing their own journey and speaking directly to your heart. I was overwhelmed and honored to be a part of the experience. I saw faces in the room that I knew, and suddenly felt less alone. I held the hand of a fellow group member, and we cried together, elated with emotion one cannot describe. Being legally blind most of my life, I could not see who was hurting me until it was too late. Getting LASIK surgery was a way of taking back the control I had lost that night. Wearing my glasses for the last time symbolized this huge step in my personal journey to recovery. I looked dead on into the future, feeling even less vulnerable and just a little more empowered this time. This year the setup was simple. The photos didn't surround me the way they had the first year, but their point just as clear. Taking only moments for each photo, taking the time to breathe in and hope to feel the experience that they had each hoped to convey through their faces. Again, I am overwhelmed with emotion and leave knowing I'm a part of something big, meaningful, and powerful. As the years went by, our bond grew stronger. It didn't matter if we showed our faces or not. As we grasped each other's wrists, we knew there was something special we all shared, and Sava gave us a place to show that. We held on tight and knew this next step had already come, and we were there. Feeling like I had been caged from undue guilt and outside pressures, I started to let go of the secret that held me back. I chose the butterfly to take my pain away as it flew off into the cold winter breeze, feeling a sense of peace within my heart. The best part of going to see the photos each year was experiencing that first time I walked into a room of photos and being proud to be on the wall next to them. Seeing my photos next to each other for the first time and seeing the distance I had come was incredible. It still brings a smile to my face when I think about it, and this time I was not overwhelmed. This year the group I knew from before looked much different. Wonderful new faces of women I had shared my journey with, as they had shared theirs with me. After an experience like I had been through, it was so nice to know I didn't have to do it alone. Any of it. Someone was with me the entire time, holding my hand, climbing the steps, grasping my wrist, and standing beside me. Faces was an avenue for us to support each other as we embarked on this never-ending journey. This year brought something entirely new for me. I've never felt so strong, so empowered, so alive. I decided to go out fighting, something I hadn't had the courage to do before. I'm proud to say I am no longer receiving services at the Sava Center, but I hope to continue participating in Faces, especially after this year and such an incredible step in my journey. That is one photo I really want on my wall. Looking back at the pictures on my wall, it is clear to me how far I've come. Seeing them each year was equally rewarding, knowing my photo could make a difference. My face, my hands, my group could be part of something big, something that could raise awareness and prevent assaults like mine. Each year, I took new risks of exposing my dirty little secret. Each year, knowing someone I knew would see me and know. But look at me now. The secret is no longer mine. And just as any of the steps through my journey to recovery, I am a survivor. And through my journey and faces, it's obvious to see. Thank you all for being a part of this huge step today.